Hi everyone, my name is Lamonia and this is Strawberry. She is actually a prior founder. During the day she has some turnout and then at night she goes into a standing stall. Her current terrain that she lives out on for turnout is actually muddy mixed with like large gravels, boulders, and rocks and such. And we're gonna walk her out and look at how she moves and if she wings or plates or something like that. So we're gonna start off. You ready for a lateral view?
Yep.
Perfect. I will turn her around. Hold on. So looking at her feet, she has a significant amount of dishing and some founder rings. And then looking at her toe angle, she's very shallow. And that tends to be normal with founder horses. And her hairline is strawberry. Her hairline is actually it's on the shallow side, and her heels are actually steep on this front foot, and then on this hind foot toe angle slightly shallow. Heel angle is as the wind is blowing. It's on the steep side, and her heel angle, excuse me, that was her hairline angle. And her heel angle is on the steep side as well. Excuse me. Heel angle is actually okay, which is interesting. And on the other side, toe angle is shallow, and again this foot has the founder rings and some significant dishing. On this hairline, she is steep, and her heel angle is actually okay, which is interesting. Her hind foot, she is shallow at the toe. Her hairline angle is actually okay. And her heel, can we just get her a step up for a second? Her heel angle is actually okay. And we can pause that part. Hi there, something I forgot to mention earlier was that her hoof pastern angles on our four feet are actually broken back, so that I have to take into account when I do her trim to hopefully straighten out her angles. And the plan for me is to take back the forward toe on all 4 feet and change her shape, and she may not be able to handle it much of anything else. And her heels aren't in the best of shape, so I'm only concerned about taking a few whiskers off to keep her feet in balance. And then you can turn around. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking her foot back to the white line separation so that her hoof print can improve, because if you can see here, the white line, there is a significant amount of like dirt coming in, and oh, sorry, Strawberry, and we really want her hoof print to stay tight and we want that forward toe to come back. Good girl. She's so little and I'm not used to it, but I have to adjust my stance, and I can't pull her leg under my legs, and she's more comfortable this way because the last time I trimmed her, I figured out she wasn't too flexible. Good. Okay, I'm gonna bring her foot up front. Good girl. Can I pull it up? Can you pick up her head for a minute? Should probably bite my tongue because since the last trim I've had on her, which was over 8 weeks ago, she's actually become much more flexible. Easy, yeah. Giving you a pedicure, huh? Wow. Oh, thanks. What I'm worried about with this foot especially is to make sure that she's comfortable. I don't want to take too much off and leave her sore, especially since I'm worried about her P3 migration because of a founder case that she is. I'm going to pull her foot back and just check her balance quick and make sure I make a couple of adjustments from her sole view. So her lateral heel is actually a little bit out of balance. We just take that back a bit and then clean up the sole so that she has a nice bevel on all sides of her hoof so that when she moves, she stays wearing her foot properly. Wouldn't want the sharp edges to be making her foot chip off because I'm really trying to avoid any type of trigger to actually change her shape. As you can tell, she has a little bit of thrush. Her frogs aren't in the great of shape, but she does have a cleft, which is a really good sign that she has potential to have a very healthy foot. And here, I don't know if you can see this, but her sole is flaking off, and I really don't want to take a lot off just for the concern of P3 migration. I am really trying to avoid having this mare sore-footed. But the good thing is that from the last time I trimmed her till today, she actually is showing a little bit of concavity. And that's a really good sign for me to tell me that I'm moving in the right direction with her trim. Just clean up that foot a little. Again, I'm like being super conservative because I'm worried about her comfort and her safety as far as the coffin bone location that she has on that foot. And look at my finished product quick. And I'm actually pretty satisfied with the hoof print. I'm not going to take it back any farther for this trim, but for the next trim, I'm going to see how her foot turns out and change up and make a couple more adjustments, hopefully being able to take back that toe even farther. And then I'm going to... Hi there, so this foot, I'm going to be tending to her shape and her balance again. I'm concerned for P3 migration in all 4 feet, so this one as well, I'm going to be conservative. Pretty much just taking back the toe in increments and looking for, because this is going to be my second trim with her, looking to see if this foot actually got some concavity, because the last time there wasn't much at all. And looking at the front foot, it actually had some good frog development, which she didn't have last time. So when we take a look at this foot, hopefully everything's improving. And then I'm going to swing, so if you'd like to go there. Thank you very much. We'll see how she does. Good girl. So I cleaned out the feet earlier. I'm gonna make an adjustment to her toe. I know, Strawberry. Good girl. Again, I'm used to like being able to be under horses, and trimming a pony is an adjustment for me. Easy. Good girl. Let her put that foot down for a second. Take a look at it again. Good girl. Gonna clean out these little things right here. So, under her little bars, she has some thrush. So I'm just gonna cut those out today, because I wouldn't want her to develop any more than she already has. Are we coming closer? There we go. So here looks pretty good from last time. See if I can pull her foot out a little bit. Taking a minute to relax. Yeah, you want to put your foot down? Put your foot down for a second.
Oh, sorry. She...
Mm-hmm. Cool. Can we have this foot, please? Thank you. So what I'm doing is just changing her shape from the sole view, and then I'm going to bring it forward afterwards and check how it looks from the front. She's actually doing a lot better, because last time she had like absolutely no concavity, and this time she has some, which is very, very good progress for her, and I'm quite pleased. And get that. Alright, so I'm going to put her foot forward, let her take a rest for a second, take a look, and see how we can adjust this foot a little bit. Don't like leaving ridges, because again, that's going to encourage the foot to chip, and chipping leads to shape issues, and then that would actually be worse for her. Again, we're trying to promote a healthy foot, so put that foot down and reevaluate. I'm gonna take a look again at the sole view, see if she has a little bit of a balance check, and again, I don't want to take too much because I want her feet to come under her, and taking the heels down actually promotes the foot to remain forward, and I really, really want the toe to come back. So once her foot starts coming back, her footprint I should say, starts coming back, then I'll really start worrying about the conditions of her heels. I know, easy. Good girl. There we go. And that foot's all done for now until I decide to reevaluate. So, taking a look at this fine foot right here. Easy. Good mare. Again, there's some thrush under these bars, and they were soft, so I'm just going to remove them so I don't allow the encouragement for more growth of, more thrush to dwell. Take out clean up these walls a little. See, her frog is actually developing an itty bitty little cleft, which actually wasn't there last time, so I'm really happy about that. I mean, you can see how forward her toe is. Sadly, because of the increment that I had the opportunity to trim this horse, I haven't been able to make the amount of differences that I would have liked to. But we're here today, so we'll make some progress either way. I know, Strawberry. Good mare. That was a chunky piece. And again, worried about P3 migration on this mare, so I'm gonna be trying to just stay on the conservative side with all of my changes. So I'm really just focused on a shape change and a balance change with her today. See if she can stand it. Let her take that rest for a moment. Take a look at the foot from the front. See where I'm going to make my adjustments. Noticing here, she has a little bit of a flare on the medial side. So I'm going to make sure that when I bevel her foot, I just make those changes over there. I'm going to bring her foot forward now. And can I have that foot, please? Oh, she's adjusting. There we go. So, taking some from the top down because it'll hopefully change how the entire appearance of her foot looks. I'm striving for her foot to actually look like a foot again. So, you know, when we started, she was super forward. It didn't look so great, and not only do we have to worry about how aesthetic she looks, but how functional she is. And by beveling, we help the functionality of her foot. Gonna put it down, let her take a rest for a moment, take a look at it. So I'm gonna take some more adjustments from the sole view. Thank you. There we go. Giving her a minute to relax. Again, like looking at her foot now from when I very first initially trimmed her, she's getting some concavity, which is actually really cool because, again, I didn't have the opportunity to work with this horse for over 8 weeks. So that's really good news that she has really tough feet and her feet want to be normal, you know? So her hoof memory is really, really liking the changes. So just keep checking. Gonna take a little bit of the heel down because she is out of balance. And let her put that foot down so she can have a rest. Doesn't seem to be too phased about it. And taking a look at her foot, I'm really happy with how everything's changed, but she has a little bit of a medial flare, so I'm gonna take that down. Pull her foot forward, see how she does. Perfect. Feeling for ridges, making sure that that whole footprint, the whole bevel is smooth, because again, a smooth bevel encourages a good smooth breakover. And I think for now, And I'm pretty satisfied with how that foot came out. She's starting to look like she has pony feet again and not little arrows. Alright.
You really want her to lose her hair?
So again, we have some wall separation right here. So I'm just going to take the foot back to the wall separation because that's just telling me that all of that is dead and it's not worth being there. Ouch, that tail just got me in the eye.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch it with my
No,
own
it's
hand.
not even you. You probably should have tied that tail off. So I'm trying to go in at an angle so that when I go to shape the foot, I'm already getting a head start on my bevel. Get that little corner off, which is being a little bit of a... There we go. Same thing on this side. I'm gonna take down the extra. I'm not gonna mess with her foot too much. Check these little itty bitty bars, which are almost non-existent. See if anything flakes off, which it's not doing too much of. Looking at her frog again, last time there was no cleft and now there is, which is great news. And I'm going to take this rasp. See how. She is out of balance on the lateral side. It's a little bit longer, but I'm going to change the shape first because I'm more concerned about her entire hoof print at the time being. So as I go around and influence her shape, I'm actually messing with the heels anyway. So it's really cool because she is very patient, so she enjoys having someone work with her, which makes her that much more of a pleasure to work with. If you can see here, like, she still has some wall separation. I'm going to try and rasp a little bit of it down and see how deep it goes. And hopefully it's not too deep, because if it is, I'm going to have to recommend to her owner to maybe do a hoof soak or get some kind of thrush buster in there. Or maybe change the increments of her trims. So if we put it in to becoming maybe every 4 weeks, the white line separation will hopefully be tended to instead of every 8 weeks. Because last time we missed our 8-week mark and wasn't able to visit, so kind of weren't able to make a significant amount of improvements on her feet. I'm going to put that foot down, let it rest, and then I'm going to pull it forward and see how she's doing. So she's weight bearing on that foot right now, so I kind of want to let her lift her head for a moment. I'm going to make her see if she can take a step back. Take one more step back, perfect. And then I'm going to get her to readjust her stance, perfect. So again, this leg has a lot more flexibility than it did last time, which is very good news for me. It means she's feeling a little bit better. She has such adorable little feet. Okay, 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 okay. There. Thank you. No biting. Knock it off. You're getting impatient, I understand. Alright, Stella, either you make her take another step forward because the weight cannot be on the foot, on this foot. There we go. She just might be more comfortable that way, so I'll hold her foot out. Oh. She's scared that I'm gonna hit her in the face. Just give her a second.
This is different. So I want you to watch this. Glenn, come over here. I want you to come over here and watch her. Okay, you'll learn something.
So she's really comfortable with her foot turned, so I'm just gonna adjust to her comfort. Again, taking her time with her is going to be ideal. And I can always change up my views on her and shape her foot from a sole view. So I'm going to put that down, take a look. And it looks like she has a ridge up here. And I'm going to change the footprint on this side and take some down on that side. And I'll do that from the sole view because she doesn't seem too comfortable with her foot forward. Wait for all feet to settle.
She's getting a little...
Jay, maybe you should hold.
Go.
Okay. So I'm going to change some of the shape from the bottom because we want to get rid of some of those ridges that were actually up top, and she's not comfortable with her foot being forward for a very long period of time. And I think I extended that time, or I expelled that time earlier, I should say. And she seems a lot more quiet and patient now, so I'm not going to jinx myself. Change that over. Gotta make sure I wiggle between her elbows. Don't want to smack her in the belly with my rasps. Check. Even after rasping down, she seems to still have some white line separation. And because I'm concerned with her comfort, I am not going to actually rasp down any of her sole so that I don't make her sore-footed, because again, I'm concerned of P3 migration in this foot. And she still has a little bit. If I can pull her foot forward, I'm going to try one more time and see if we can be quick about it. Can you take her? There we go. One step forward. Good. And I need this foot mare. Come on, Trevor. She's a little bit of a sassy pony once in a while. She's starting to feel good, so she's going to get sassy about things. I think I'm going to leave her there because not only is her patience running out, but we did a significant amount of changes on her feet, especially since she's a prior founder case. And next time we'll make some more progress. You can stop.
I'll move over.
Is to just change her shape of her foot and bring her toe back for the first few initial trims. This is my second trim with her. I noticed that her bony column isn't the straightest and she tends to be knock-kneed. After her trim, her limbs actually straightened out, and that was because we changed her shape and balance of her feet. And hopefully in this near future, her feet will continue to progress and she will soon hopefully have some normal functioning feet.